Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So this time we're going to be covering the pet update. There's going to be a lot to this, so please stick with me. If you need to skip to certain parts, I'll try to put time codes in the description so you can skip to the part that's relevant to you, and make sure this is pretty quick and easy for everybody. Alright, so first part I want to cover is the first skill that you get is Fynn Catching. So if we go over here to life skills, Fynn Catching. So the way that this works is you just attack monsters. It doesn't matter what weapon you have or anything like that. And there's a chance to drop the gem. The gems appear over top of the head of the enemy, so you know what type of gem you're getting. Oh man, this needs to load in. Anyway, the gems come in several different grades. You have yellow, which is E grade. You have green, which is D grade. You have blue, which is C grade. You have purple, which is B grade, and then A grade is red, right? And each of these takes more time to blossom, the higher the rank goes, but they also get higher levels. Here I've got a series of E grade whistles that we'll be using later. And you can see these range from about like level 10 to level 20. There's one that's 22. So you can get them like that. The higher rank your blossoming skill, the higher level the whistles can come out when you take them out of the cages. But we'll cover that in a minute. And then you have C grade. You can see these are around like 100 to 120. And then the red whistles, the rank A ones, those ones usually appear 195 to 200 once you have rank 1 blossoming. Okay. So these are important later on. We'll get to that. But next on our list is going to be the blossoming skill. So you can get these cages. I was just doing another video that you've probably already seen. So I'm still kind of recovering from that. So you can see here, it takes me 15 hours at rank 1 blossoming with the second level cage to make a werewolf, and these still have 2 hours left, so I'm not going to be able to pull these out for you guys to see how that works. But I'm going to hop over to one of my alts. We're going to go over to Lixel, and he's going to show us more of how the whistles work, because his should be completed already. Any second now. There we go. Alright, so we're going to go to the homestead. You'll see these are completed already. So once you click on it, it's going to need you to have a bell equipped. And you just remove it from the cage, and you get a whistle. Like that. And I'm going to go ahead and pull the rest of these out of the cages, because there's some neat tricks I can show you with blossoming that might help you speed up your whistle production. Did I not grab any more? I did not. Alright, so I've got 4 whistles here, and these are tradable between players, which means you can also put them in the bank. So what I've done is I went ahead and did the quest to get the blossoming skill on several of my characters. And then if I go to the bank, I can open the account, and I can put gems in the bank. And since Lixel just does the rank E gems, that's what I'm going to put here. And then I also have bank tabs where I can just store the whistles, so I can pick them up with other characters that need the pine cones, which we'll cover in just a minute. So now we have the gems, which we got from defeating monsters. Just put them in. It takes about 3 hours. and that decreases with rank and with the type of cage that you use. To make the E gems, I'm just going to hurry up and finish this, and then we'll hop over to Zen real quick to do hers as well. So basically you can do this on each of your characters and get one cage for free on each character, and then you'll have to grind or use pawns to get the rest of the cages. You can have up to 4 per homestead. And so the way that I've gotten most of mine is I just check in on these characters every 2 hours, every couple of hours, and I'll grab the whistles from their cages and then put them in the bank so I can grab them on Rixie and only have one character that has to go to the new area. So let me grab, I think I did grab already. Yeah, I have C here. So we'll grab the B gem and C gem, just so I can show you guys. So as you can see, these ones are 100 to 110. You get higher than that once the skill ranks up. Alright, and then for the D gems, this one takes 4 hours, and for the C gems, this takes 9 hours. So I'll only have to check in on Zin every 9 hours. I have to check in on Lixil every 2 hours, which is kind of annoying, but it's what it is. You can kind of get an idea of how you can do this with your characters as well, as far as blossoming goes. There we go. And once these characters are rank 1 blossoming, I'll start doing the A rank gems on them and just do the E rank gems on Rixie. And that way I'm not like wasting time and I don't have to like log off of my main character every 2 hours to go check on something, you know. So let's go back onto Rixie. Now that we've got our whistles, I've covered blossoming. The next thing I want to cover is going to be how to use these whistles effectively. So this is kind of a two-part thing, so you're going to have to hang in there with me for a second to understand all of this. So to sell the whistles, you go to the deer, you talk to them, click trade, sell Fynny related item, sell Fynny pet whistle. And then it brings up this menu where you can see all the whistles that you have in your inventory, right? So the C rank, which I think are kind of the best bang for your buck, generally speaking, they'll give between 5 and 6 gold pine leaves. With rank 1 blossoming, things get a little bit different, where instead of getting all these lower whistles in the teens, you can get the 20s. So this one's level 22. You'll see when I trade that in, I get 2 gold leaves, uh, gold leaf pine cones. And this is like the best you can get is like, all right, 2 hours it's spent in a cage because I have rank 1 blossoming, so it's decreased the time by a lot. And then every 2 hours I can get 2 pine cone leaves, or pine cones, whatever. That's like the best you can do, but otherwise like the C rank with gems take between 8 and 9 hours, and they give you 6. So you can kind of do the math there. It's just, for me, it's the easiest to do the blue ones. And you're just going to repeatedly sell these to the deer. It's a half decent way to make money. It's not like great, but... And there's a limit to how many will give you gold. I believe after the first 10, I think it is. Don't quote me on that. I believe after the first 10, it doesn't give you gold, so you want to do all your high rank ones first. And you'll notice I haven't sold the A rank that I have, and I'm doing that for a reason. And that is because, as far as pets go, right, you can't get summon time from... You know what? We'll cover that in a minute. We'll cover that in a minute. It's too much. It's too much. Oh boy. You really need to load in. There we go. So, with the Fynn Pet update, right, there are this new Fynn Pet Mastery and the elements that your pet can have, right? And you can see here, this is rank C, this one is rank A, and that's because I've thrown a bunch of levels on this pet. It's currently almost 2,700, right? And I'll explain how I did that in a minute, but I want to just make this point where, so this one has 40, 40, 30, 40, 30, 8, 8, 8, right? Here's one that has just reached level 200, right? So 202 max. It is a Fynn pet. You can see here it's 20, 10, 7, 10, 15, 2, 2, 2, right? So ranking this up does give your pet significant stat bonuses. Um, so the best way to do that is with Fynn Sync. I mean, the only way to do that was with Fynn Sync. And the only way that you can use Fynn Sync is after selling the whistles to the deer, and you get pine cones, right? You can use pine cones, trade the deer, open shop. You go over to miscellaneous tab, and right here, there's this Cosmos extract. It sells for 10 pine cones. So I'm just going to buy 3 of those. Control click to buy, right? So now I have 3 extract. This is like the most relevant item you can get in this update, right? So 10 pine cones, that's 10 rank E whistles, or if you're rank 1, it's 5 rank E whistles, you know. And so it's going to take you a while to get an extract, but once you have your extract, then you can use Fynn crafting. Okay. Before you do this, you want to buy a bunch of Fynn bells and reforge them to try to get either great success rate, or if you're still training the skill, you're going to want to get Fynn crafting XP, um, which you can see here. So these are the 2 different reforges you're going to want to roll, and you can just do this by grabbing a bunch of these from Price and then getting reforge tools from Walter and just spam reforges on a bunch of these until you get the ones you're wanting, and you can just feed and ego the rest of them or something. I don't know. Trash them or use them for whatever. But you'll see here, the reason that I did the video for Magic Powder is that it's used in creating the Harmonious Cosmos Perfume. The Harmonious Cosmos Perfume is what you need to perform Fynn Sync. You need one of these for every single pet that you are trying to use as a sub pet to sync with your main pet, right? And to boost the success rate, I want to use both Raincasting and Harvest Song. You can also wait for Monday to do the crafting, and that'll boost your success rate as well. So, Fynn crafting. Add magic powder. And we're going to give it 2 attempts because I've got the extra bottles, I've got the base herbs, I did the magic powder in my previous video, and here's the Cosmos extract. There's 3 of them there. So I can do 2 times. 95 success rate. You do your little dance. also get a great success, which means you get more than one of these objects. So that works as well. A good way to train your crafting, since we're covering that now, is if you find octopus, pulp, chicken, or turkey, it's very easy to get the other material, which is the fragrant honey milk. You get that by collecting with an empty bottle in the Golden River over here. There we go. So that's just a good way to train the skill if you're looking for it. They have a relatively low success rate for crafting, but you do get experience for failures. So fail at crafting does get you some experience anyway for most of the ranks. The way that you get where'd the magic bottle? There's empty bottle. There it is. So you take an empty bottle to the river. It has a fail rate. It's pretty high. But you just keep trying, and eventually you'll get this stuff. Fragrant honey milk. There we go. You can see I've got the fragrant honey milk now. And that's just an easy way to train the crafting skill, is between the perfumes and getting any octopus, pulp, chicken, or turkey that you can find. You can usually do that pretty well. All of those items can be received from using ingredient hunting. So once you rank up your ingredient hunting, it shouldn't be a problem to find this in basically anything you want to run. So as far as Fynn Sync goes, it won't let you use it without a pet summoned, and that's because the pet that you have summoned is going to be the main pet. Okay? So this is the pet you are going to keep. This is the pet you're going to keep. Every other pet that you use Fynn crafting with, or Fynn Sync with, right? The pet that you put here in the subcategory will disappear forever. It is gone. It does not come back, okay? This is the pet that you want to empower. This is the pet you want to sacrifice. Alright? There are several tabs here for different pets that you can use as the sacrifice, right? Here's why I'm saying that you should save the level 200 whistles. When you select these, you'll see it gives a ton of experience over here for these two skills. And I've already shown why ranking these is a good thing, right? So if we go back over here and I just pick, I don't know, you're probably low level. Of course it doesn't. I need to find one that doesn't have anything in its inventory. And that would be... I think I have an owl that doesn't have anything in its inventory. Somewhere here. Here we go. Yeah. So you'll see this pet is significantly lower level. It's giving less experience. Same for the Fynny pets. You can see this barely gives anything. So to make the most of each of your perfumes, you're going to want the level 200 pets. As far as the Fynny pets, you can select more than one of those at once, but you can't select more than one of the regular pets. And you will need, here, I'll show you real quick. It's not going to let me do this because I have 2 perfumes, and it says I need 1 perfume for each one that I put in this slot. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to select the 2 werewolves, and you'll see this is going to give a rank up for the mastery. It's going to go to B, and this one's going to gain 66%, right? And this is like the total cumulative level of the pet. Fynny pets do not increase the time, but actual pets do. Where's that owl at? I need to find it again. There you go. So, like you can see here, it will increase my time, and it also increases the pet points. It basically takes the pet points from this pet and adds them to this pet. So we're going to go back to here. Now, I don't have any of this perfume, and I wish I did, because it would help me rank up. But you need a special type of perfume to do this. Yeah, transformative Aster perfume you need. I don't have any of that. Fynn beads don't exist, and you need rank 9 or higher to do it anyway. And for rank 5 or higher is what you need for the friend summon. And each of these requires a different type of perfume. Like I've got the perfume, uh, Bonding Violet perfume, which is for the friend summon from the event, and then I have this one for the Fynn bead, but I messed up and used the element change on a different pet, and now I can't train the stupid skill because the only requirements I have are great success or change the element. Apparently, great success is pretty hard with this. So I'm going to go ahead and go through with this Fynn Sync to show you what happens when you're done with it. There's a warning here. Please read the warning. Double check that what you're doing is what you want to do, right? I know for a fact I want this pet to be as high level as I want it to be, and I am sacrificing only Fynny pets, so I'm losing essentially nothing here. I can get more Fynny pets if I need them. So I'm going to confirm that, and here comes the window. And this tells you how many successes you had, how many great successes you had, how much it gained in level, and some of the things that it changed. If your pet gained any of the perks, it will also give you that information here. So if you gained any of these perk skills things, it would tell you in this window. Then you confirm, and now your pet is hopefully a little bit stronger than before. So we already looked at this before, and now it's rank B, and now instead of 40, it's 45, 50, 35, 50, you know. So all of these stats have gone up. In fact, the protection and magic protection and all that was 8 before, and now it's 10. So these will all go up as you increase the level of your pet. The other way to do this is rebirth the pet and repeatedly level it up. The other skill that this affects, as far as total level goes, is Shinavuka. You'll see here that it's got like HP 90, MP 120, etc., etc., etc. Whereas the level 200 pet on its Shinavuka is only gaining like 15, and you know. So it does make a huge difference to level up the pet as far as getting those stats up. So that's a good amount of information to cover. Hopefully a lot of this has helped you. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. I'll try to get to as many of you as I can and get as many of those questions answered. I think I covered basically everything in these first 4 skills of the update. Yeah. So if you have any questions, let me know, and I hope you have a great day. See ya. So this one's going to be real short. There's one thing I missed in the Fynn Pet update video that I did, and that is regarding the inventory slots for the Fynn Pets. So regular pet becomes a Fynn Pet after you use Fynn Sync on it, and you can get multiple inventories on it. If the inventories don't show up, it's probably because they're just not checked. You can open and close them from the main pet inventory, right? Just like you can do with bags, right? As far as adding the inventories go, each pet can only have, well, let's just see if I can show. Right, so if I use Fynn Sync, of course, it's not level 50 yet. Is this one level 50? You're level 50. Alright, so if I use Fynn Sync, you'll see down here it has up to 3 bags that it can have. If the pet has 3 inventories already, you will have to choose one that it will lose. Okay, that inventory will be lost forever. Goodbye. It's gone. Okay? So when you're doing this, just be aware of that. So if I were to, and we're going to use the owl that I have over here, again, there we go. So it would then add one bag, right? You can have a max of three. Okay. Add sometime, add level, but it also adds bag. Okay. You can have up to three inventories. You cannot exceed three, but if it would go over three, you get to choose which bags to keep. You can't get rid of the pet's original inventory no matter what you do. So the other two bags that the pet has can be whatever you want. Like I did this terrible thing to this corgi and fed it two other corgis so that it has triple the inventory, right? Uh, some pets that have large inventories that aren't useful in duplicates are stuff like food trucks, and fallen fairies also have a good inventory. Nimbus gives like 8 by 8, which isn't bad. So hopefully that gives you a little bit more information on the pet inventories. Just wanted to do a quick notice on that because I forgot to cover it because I've already went through and did like most of my pets that I use all the time and gave them three inventories to make my like organization easier, right? So I just totally forgot that that was a thing. So hopefully that information helped you as well. Have a good one, guys.